As I was watching a scene from the last video where Bella was floundering with her confidence with Edward during their honeymoon, something caught my eye as the next clip played, showcasing Bella Swan in a bikini, aka Kristen Stewart. I found myself examining each frame. Before you judge me, let me explain. I noticed Robert Pattinson's expression in the background, and it didn't look too pleasant. But if it was me, my friends always told me that I would have had a stroke. Before you jump to conclusions, hear me out. I'm going to dive into this a little bit deeper later on in the video, so join me as we unravel the truth behind Rob's unexpected reaction. Step into the captivating world between Hollywood's favorite love saga, Twilight. But behind the scenes, the dazzling fate lies in the hidden tale of turmoil and disconnect amongst the cast. From Robert Pattinson's struggle to connect with his character, to Kristen Stewart's nightmare under the spotlight, and Taylor Lautner's Whirlwind of a fan obsession. Discovered the untold secrets and that look behind the scenes as we join us as we uncover from the shadows of Hollywood's most beloved stars and dive into the truth behind why the Twilight cast wasn't seemed to be happy as seen. So let's start off with setting the scene. Picture this: Hollywood, where dreams are shimmer like the stars in the night, enter the Twilight Saga as a mesmerizing tale captured into the hearts of millions. But behind the glaze and glamour, a different narrative unfolded. Once a distant and uneasy among, they were very actors who brought this franchise world to light. Kristen Stewart's nightmare. Our very own Bella Swan, but hold the applause because the fame wasn't where it was all chalked up to be for her. The consistent spotlight turned her dream into a living nightmare. Imagine feeling like you've lost something in yourself in a sea of judgmental stares. It's enough to make someone feel exposed and vulnerable. Kristen Stewart once opened up about the dark side and overwhelming fame to Black Book via Access, drawing a comparison to Robert Pattinson's Edward Cullen. The actress said, "Edward is actually a really good parallel to fame, such as a vampire." He has said, "Desolate life, fame as in the same," she continued. "Nothing about being a celebrity is desirable. I'm an actor. It's bizarre to me that everybody's obsessive. I don't want to be a movie star like Angelina Jolie." The Snow White and the Husband star opened up about her discomfort well-being among the fans. She said, "I'm uncomfortable with crowds. I look out there at the 1,000 people. I didn't realize they would rush me and assassinate me. No security could protect me. Ostensibly, they're fans, but I think about them turning on me." In the realm of Twilight lore, amongst the flavor of vampire romance, there was a lie, sending confusion from none other than Kristen Stewart herself, as she dived into the topic of vampire sex with her co-star Robert Pattinson, she didn't hold back describing the experience was awful.
You know, it's funny, there's not much, especially in this case when it gets so, any little thing, you have like 400 people being like, even on a movie set, which is just, you know, not the most normal thing. Oh God, honestly, this one was the weirdest one because we were supposed to do our close-ups right into camera, and we weren't even allowed to look at each other because they wanted it to be very like vicarious and inside the situation, and it's very awkward. But it was fine. It was fine. It was just, it's a bit awkward.
Taylor Lautner's Whirlwind. And let's not forget Taylor Lautner's charming Jacob Black. Sure, those shirtless scenes had fans sobbing, but behind the scenes, it was a whirlwind of emotions.
It was like the one moment where you kind of went, okay, things are going to be pretty different from here on out.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it was the first day I came out of my house and there was, 12 paparazzi cars waiting for me to follow me the entire day, and I was like, what's going on? Like, why do they care about taking a picture of me, like getting a coffee or something? But no, that was probably a changing moment for me.
Well, you shot this movie in Pittsburgh. Were there girls coming to set every single day to just try to get a glimpse of you?
We had a lot of excited fans in Pittsburgh, which was great. I remember one time we were filming in this small town outside of Pittsburgh called Suterville, and it was population 600. And one night we were filming night scenes. We had 800 girls on set. So people were definitely traveling in, and it was great. It gives us some motivation.
Being heartthrob, it ain't that easy, folks, especially when you feel the pressure to be lived up to everyone's expectations. I remember watching, I believe it was during the New Moon taping, I'll see if I can find it, where Kristen and Taylor had to reshoot the scene in the freezing cold.
What happened to you? What's wrong? Hey! What happened?
As they had to reshoot a scene, it was in the rain, it was like minus whatever out, it was really cold. So let's continue on here. In the thrilling embrace of the Twilight saga, the burdens of filming weighed heavily upon the shoulders of its youthful star, with a very wary, chuckable 20-year-old star limited the harsh reality of the set trials, filming in horrendous conditions, and it always was cold and gloomy. It was supposed to be cold and gloomy, just like in the books. The sun can never be out. That's not unexpectedly of a barrel of laughters. It wasn't just like the biting cold, him feeling exposed with a touch of vulnerability. Confused, I'm always the person with my shirt off, so I wish that everyone could have the experience once, It made me feel like a bit less than the odd one out, and consistent reflections. However, the actor revealed the physical challenges of his role, but as the emotions and bearing as the expectations wait alone. So the final character that we're going to be taking a look at today, we have Robert Pattinson's struggle. We've got Robert Pattinson, the brooding heartthrob behind Edward Cullen. Guess what? Behind those shimmering looks, it was a guy feeling like a fish out of water portraying the character, but he just couldn't vibe with some of the leading and emotional turmoil. I'm assuming that it looked like he was uncomfortable in the pictures and some of the videos that I've seen, and here's a video clip of what Robert Pattinson felt like behind the scenes. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this video, but gonna roll with it now.
Did your Twilight experience turn out to be what you expected?
When I read it, it seemed like it was a book that wasn't supposed to be published. I was convinced that Stephanie was convinced she was Bella. And especially when she says, oh, it was based on a dream, and it's like, oh, I had this dream about this really sexy guy, and she just writes this book about it. It's like, this woman is mad.
Were you happy with your pay?
Dunno. Could have been better.
Yet Pattinson, who stood as the voice of the honesty and admittedly in the Twilight frenzy from the first movie graced the silver screen, he openly expressed the challenges of portraying Edward Cullen, admitted feeling out the place in a role that he didn't particularly enjoy, navigating an enhanced nature from this Twilight fever. Behind closed doors, now that the cameras have rolled and fans have watched and are behind closed doors, the Twilight casts were fighting their own battles, from freezing like hostages and facing inappropriate fan behavior. It wasn't like the sunshine and roses of those Hollywood stars, and I've gotten like Callan Lopez's open criticism of script elements. In conclusion, so there you have it, a tale of the glitz and glamour intertwined with the shadows and Descendant. Behind the magic on the laid-off struggles off-screen, painting the picture of disillusion and discord among those who brought the captivating saga to light. Closing. There you have it, folks. The untold story of the cast that wasn't all sunshine and sparkles. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video intriguing. Subscribe for more juicy insights on your favorite Hollywood mysteries. Until next time, keep the sunshine out bright. It was just like those Twilight stars, even when the shadows were large.